now we're going to switch things over to softball.
All right.
Start out with our head coach, Jen Starek. You have the quickest turnaround of your season from this point here forward. Coach Felton has still a couple of weeks. She had a scrimmage today, but she still has a couple of weeks till she opens up. You, on the other hand, are turning around in 5 days with a long trip down south to open up your season. What have you seen so far in the preseason from your players?
We're actually really excited to get started and get out there and get playing because we have a lot of depth this year, I think, which is something that we haven't seen as much in the past. We have players that are really challenging for different positions, and every day that we go out to practice, we've been talking to the team about, who's going to be in the lineup. We got to impress us at practice. Like, what are you doing? How are you working at practice? Because I think we're going to see a lot of changes quick in the beginning, just to see, what pieces we can get to fit in the right spots.
Kind of put the puzzle together all in those first few games. Is that how you kind of look at these couple of trips down to South Carolina and Tennessee? A chance to give all the players an opportunity, see which pieces fit together best before you jump into conference play?
I think this year we're going to see more of that than we have in the past. They're in-region games for us, so they definitely count. We talk about making sure we peak at the right time, but what we're looking to do is just be the grittiest team that can be out there, play as hard as we can every single game, and give all the people that have been working hard in practice like a really good shot at it. If they're impressing us, we want to try to get them some kind of play at some point down there.
All right, now take a step backwards to last year for a couple of minutes. Let's just talk about the success that we had throughout the year. You are coming into this season only losing 2 players, but they're 2 key players, your middle infield, in Julie Devlin and Gabby DeLeo. How do you take those 2 losses and build off them with the players you have coming back?
Well, I think Gabby and Julie did a great job, and we talked about it last year. They set the tone for the program for a while. They did a great job with a younger class last year, a younger team, kind of instilling a lot of things, and that was one of the challenges after regionals last year we talked about right away with the team is how are we going to fill this leadership role, and who's going to step up to do that. And it's been awesome this year watching because we've had people come from every class and really step up and make sure things that are getting done. And we have some seniors that are playing really well right now, some that have been starters, some that haven't, and they're just really pushing and taking on some leadership roles.
Now, from that team, you do have those 2 losses, but you have a lot coming back. You have 2 of your top 3 hitters, in Taylor and Sierra, so you have some great leadership on that side of the ball, but you also are bringing back your 2 starting pitchers from last year. That's got to kind of make you take a little bit of a breath and be like, all right, I don't have 2 freshmen in the circle this year.
Yep.
I have 2 sophomores who have a year of experience, a year of great experience behind them.
Yeah. We're really excited to watch Megan Kylie get out there and do things, and Kat Vaughn's been throwing really well for us as well. So I think between the 3 of them, they have some good experience and good confidence. I know they're excited. They've been throwing really well. They've been working hard at putting themselves in game situations at practice and focusing on those things. So they're going to be awesome to watch for the next couple of years.
All right, well, before we talk about the season, let's bring in a couple of the players, and then we'll get back to you. We'll bring you back up afterwards, recap things a little bit, and talk about the season coming up.
Sounds good.
Which player do you want to go with first? You get to put one on the hot seat first.
Let's put Whit up here.
All right, so we're going to start things off with Sierra Whitlock, a key force in the outfield. How do you go into this year with your having lost 2 great leaders? How do you take a step ahead this year as one of those leaders?
I think I've tried really hard to just learn from them in the past 2 years that I've been with them. Obviously, they were great leaders doing it from sophomore year. Just kind of learn from them and then move forward in my own kind of way.
Now, offensively, you come off of a season where you were a first-team all-conference performer. You're always going to be one of the top hitters on the team. You go up to the plate every time, and pretty much everyone in the stadium knows that you're going to get on base. How does that pressure? How do you take that pressure into the games?
I try not to let the pressure affect me. I just, you think of it as confidence in yourself and not put extra pressure on yourself. There's no need for it. We all know that great hitters hit 3 out of 10 times. So if you don't get on, then, you get them next time. It's not a big deal.
Now, you have quite a young group under you. What do you hope to see out of some of those young players this year that maybe didn't have a chance the past couple of years to really be in the forefront? And what do you hope to see out of that group this year?
This year we have a huge chance for a lot of people to step up. establish themselves. It's a lot of new opportunities. It's great to see. There'll be a lot of fresh faces on the field, so that's super cool. It's exciting to see for everyone. But like, we have a lot of opportunities this year. There's so much potential. We just have to step up and get the job done.
All right. Well, before you go, let's have you pick which player we put on the hot seat next.
Meg Butts.
We have sophomore pitcher Meg Butts with us for a couple minutes. You came in last year as a freshman, and you were put to the test right away. You and Kylie came in as pretty much the 1-2 punch in the circle. So you kind of, like I said, you were put to the test right away. How did you take that pressure last season?
Well, I don't know. I kind of just went in hoping for the best, and I worked really hard in preseason and just, had confidence in myself and didn't really set the bar too high for myself and just told myself, try your hardest and whatever happens, happens.
You may not have set the bar high for yourself, but you definitely set the bar high by the end of the year. An all rookie performer, all conference performer, but more importantly, the rookie of the year. Talk about the success that you did have.
I'm just really lucky. Like, I had great defense behind me and also offense, so they were there to back me up. And obviously, I'm not a huge strikeout pitcher, so my defense really was behind me to support me with all my games and everything like that. So just lucky that they were there for me, and catchers too behind the plate. So they helped me out, my team.
Now, how do you go into this year? You had a chance to really get a lot of experience last year. Now, how do you go into this year, and what are your goals moving forward?
My goals this year, I definitely want to be more of a leader on the team. We have more freshmen coming in and freshman catchers. So now that I have some more experience, I feel more confident in myself and just being able to, show my team what it takes to be a collegiate athlete.
All right. As a pitcher, talk a little bit about how you prepare for each game. What are some of the things that you do to prepare for each of the opponents that you're going to see on the other end of it?
Well, my pre-game, I usually always listen to music and try to pump myself up, and I try to have fun, dance around. Our team's really goofy before games, so that really helps set the mood. And I guess just, having a light mood, like I said, and, just having fun with everything.
Now, do you go through each team batter by batter beforehand and get an idea of
I take things batter by batter. I definitely don't try to, look at the big picture. I'm just like, okay, one more down to go, All
right. Well, no, great job. Thank you very much. We're here with Kristine Liptack, starting first baseman for the Chargers. Before we go and talk about some of the on-the-field things, we just recently had an announcement on the website about all academic awards, and one of those was our 4.0 student athletes, which we had 10 this fall, and you were one of those, so congratulations.
All right, thank you.
Talk about how you balance that academic side of things with the athletic side.
It is really tough being a double major and a science major and all, but honestly, the whole team helps each other out. We do have study hall as mandated by coach, but we all work together, and a lot of us have the same majors, and we're all in it all together. So working with other people who have the same major as you is a lot of help as well.
We talked a little bit with Tori about some of the different things you do during the fall, because you guys have an opportunity to build your team camaraderie during the fall.
Correct.
Where fall teams don't necessarily have that opportunity. Is that some of the ways that you can kind of help each other out through that process?
Oh, most definitely. I do feel privileged being a spring sport because we have something to work towards. But definitely during the fall season, we use it to our advantage and working together to get team chemistry all together and to start building our path towards World Series.
All right. Now, we'll bring it on to the field for a couple of minutes. You are part of the infield, so you have you're in the infield. You have the two major losses from last season in your middle infield, shortstop Julie Devlin and second baseman Gabby DeLeo. How do you build off or work off of that this season and fill in those voids?
Correct. So Gabby and Julia both left us, but they were huge middle infielders, but we do have a lot of returners with us. So every day is a competition, nothing's set in stone. Everyone's working hard every day to earn their spot, and we're really competing.
What are some of your goals going into this season?
Obviously World Series, but a big one for us is definitely winning any tens. It's very possible, and we're in it to win it this year.
And you're coming into the season as ranked right up there at the top of the NE10 in your division, so you have a little bit of pressure there?
You you love to see the rankings come out, and you love to see you at second, and maybe we're the underdogs, but again, they're just rankings, so it all matters when you get out on the field.
It is hard to base a preseason ranking based off of last season. Let's talk briefly, and then we'll wrap it up and bring Coach back, but let's just talk briefly about your early season. You have a chance to go down south and get some games in, stop playing against each other and in the cage, and actually get on the field. Are you looking forward to that?
Definitely looking forward to it. It's nice seeing Quinnipiac and our own pitchers all the time, but definitely looking forward to our big coming out this season against Westchester and Kutztown. We're really grinding, and we're really looking to push for 2 wins right at the bat.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Great job. We'll bring Coach up, wrap things up for a couple minutes. We talked a little bit earlier about the beginning of the season and that you have 2 trips down south to South Carolina and Tennessee. You have a couple tests right off the bat in those trips. What do you hope to see out of those few early games?
You know, we talk about it all the time. We want to play the best teams because we want to be one of the best teams out there. So we're just looking for the kids to dig in. We're looking for them to out-battle them, have more energy than them, make the routine plays, and just, try to win each inning. Results aren't as important in the beginning, I don't think. Obviously we want to win, but we'll be happy, as long as we're out there and we're battling the hardest every time.
And do you feel a little bit of pressure coming into each season, knowing that the last 2 seasons, the way you've ended up, you kind of put yourself in a position each of those years at the top of the rankings in the region. So do you kind of feel that little bit of pressure coming in every year?
I mean, there's certainly pressure. It depends how you look at it. Every team's unique. So, to me, it's like we're starting over every year. So, it's different and whatnot. But we do have to talk about it a lot. Every team, when they play us, it's playing the Chargers. They want to be the Chargers because we have been at the top. So you can't take any days off in terms of, thinking that, we're playing a team that isn't so good. But everyone plays us like it's their World Series. So it's a good place to be for us. I think it challenges us, but it's definitely adds a little bit of pressure.
All right. Now talk a little bit about the preseason poll, which came out last week, second in the division. But can you really put a lot into those preseason polls when you're basing a lot of that off of what your team was like last season?
Yeah. I don't really pay attention to that. We don't talk a lot about the accolades or things like that. We just talk about what we're doing every day in practice. We try to look at what we're doing, what our goals are, making sure we stay focused on that stuff. Everything that comes with us playing hard is awesome, and it's great for the players, and I think it boosts their confidence a little bit. But at the end of the day, you got to win the games to be in the place you want to be.
When you look a little bit deeper into the schedule, is there a team in the conference that you look forward to seeing every year?
Well, I mean, our conference is just so competitive, and we have some great relationships with some of the teams on our side, but it's a battle every time, and it's exciting to play them. It's fun to play Lemoyne each year for us. Adelphi, those are the 2 that have been battling with us. Pace. I mean, everyone on our side really challenges us every single time. We definitely, I think, play one of the most competitive schedules in the East. So.
All right. Well, thank you very much for your time, for your team's time. Great event tonight.
Thanks.
And good luck this season.
All right. Thanks.